Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I wanted to cover a devlog about Armored Combat and the Equipment 3 update announcement. This announcement came out on May 2nd, just 3 days ago now. So in today's devlog, we're gonna take a look at that new ability tree. It's gonna be the long-awaited Armored Combat. Awesome. Now originally the devs planned on releasing the Armored Combat with the brand new Rags to Riches update, but as they state here, there's still a lot of work to be done before the Rags to Riches is released. So instead of holding back all of these features, they are going to release the Armored Combat and Equipment 3 updates on May 16th, which is freaking phenomenal. I'm excited. I hope you guys are excited. They go on to say that Equipment 3 will feature various tweaks to half of the existing abilities. So apparently there was a lot of negative feedback regarding ranged weapons, warfare, and shields. So they went ahead and made adjustments to these trees in particular. They're also going to add quality of life improvements such as reworked skill hovers and a better system for skill classification. As for the exact details, that's to be revealed in the patch notes. They give us a little example here. Hewing strike attack is 10 energy with 10 round cooldown. So it's going to show up top. Shows you the target is an object, range is 1, perception and agility are the modifiers, requires two-handed swords, and so forth and so on. So as I mentioned before, they do plan on releasing this on May 16th. Be sure to set that up on your calendars and get ready for this. Now keep in mind, this is not going to include the other features that Rags to Riches was going to be releasing, such as bags, reworked dungeons, the caravan, and anything else that was actually meant to be for that update. And if any of you have a concern about your current save not being compatible with this new update, fear not, it is going to be compatible. It says right here, another thing worth mentioning, the Equipment Update 3 will be compatible with your current save files. Hallelujah, let's go. This helps me out personally. I am currently going through the game, making videos on a Velmir permadeath character, so to not have to restart is amazing. Now let's move on to the new ability tree. The Armored Combat consists of 8 skills spread evenly between the actives and passives. So 4 actives, 4 passives. Now here's one thing I do enjoy about this, as I was reading through this last night. This is going to be for all armor types. You want to wear light armor? You can use this tree. Heavy armor? You can use this tree. Now light armor will add bonuses to your dodge chance, as well as allow you to use the combat skills more frequently. And then there's heavy armor. Heavy armor has more penalties to maximum energy, so the skills within this tree help counteract that. Then last we have medium armor, which offers a compromise between energy efficiency and protection, and for the most part it doesn't require any bonuses to be effective, and wearing it usually won't modify armor combat skills in any way. Now the first ability that we see here is Brace for Impact. Now Brace for Impact will grant bonus dodge chance and block chance until the next turn. While the effect is active, all received strikes receive major penalties to accuracy, fumble chance, and armor penetration, and cannot crit, so that's pretty good. Again, as we said earlier, light armor will have the skill's cooldown duration and energy cost, while heavy armor doubles its cooldown duration. This is going to be a skill that we're going to be utilizing if a enemy is about to wind up for like a heavy attack. We slap this on there to hopefully decrease some of that damage or have it nullify altogether. The next ability they have here is Flexible Defense. Flexible Defense delivers a strike to 3 adjacent tiles with a penalty to weapon damage, but a large bonus to stagger chance. So that's a pretty decent trade-off. Deal less damage to have a higher chance of staggering, and if you're playing permadeath like I do, that can definitely save your life. Additionally, all enemies within the skill's area of effect receive a debuff to weapon damage, fumble chance, and accuracy, further adding to survivability. Light armor prolongs the debuff's duration to 6 turns, while heavy armor replenishes 5% maximum energy for each enemy within the AoE's. Light armor prolongs the debuff's duration to 6 turns, while heavy armor will replenish 5% maximum energy for each enemy within the skill's AoE. So in this example, you would recover 15% of your maximum energy wearing heavy armor. No, it's not too bad. It goes on to say here that while it works well with all armor types, it does synergize better with a high dodge chance, making it more useful for lightly armored builds. Our next active here is Unyielding Defense. Allows you to reposition to an adjacent tile and then activates an effect that grants a bonus to control resistance, block power recovery, and all body parts protection, as well as block chance or dodge chance, depending on which one is higher. Receiving enemy strikes will also add an extra stack of the effect. So I like the fact that it will determine whether you have a higher block or higher dodge. So if you are building for dodge, it's gonna obviously utilize that stat over the other. This skill isn't considered a stance, so it can be used together with weaponry stances, which is awesome. Good to hear that too. And being that it's a movement skill, we can either use it to evade enemies or to engage, whichever one is more necessary at the time. Battering ram, as we can see from the image, is also going to be a movement ability. We can either use it to engage or disengage in combat. So battering ram performs a charge towards the target, dealing crushing damage to it with a chance to apply stagger. From the looks of it, it's probably going to apply stagger at a higher chance than most other abilities. So light armor builds will have the skill's cooldown while increasing its range and allow it to grant bonus weapon damage for a few turns that scales with dodge chance. Currently on Velmir, I am trying to build more for dodge chance. It's still early game, so I don't have a whole lot of dodge chance right now, but that's massive. It is a really cool thing that they're going to add. Heavy armor will reduce the skill's range and switch the stagger chance to a stun chance for greater impact. It says here that the skill is meant to be an alternative to dash from athletics, offering extra means of closing distance with enemies, especially if your weapon of choice doesn't have an access to charge. Now we have the passive abilities. The first one here is going to be self-repair. This here will reduce the rate of durability loss for weapons and armor by 15%, while increasing the effectiveness of repair kits, and also allow you to dismantle armor into fragments that can then be used for patching up your armor. As an added bonus, self-repair also gives you a bonus towards bleed resistance and fortitude for each equipped piece of armor with more than 80% durability. That's freaking awesome. Keep your shit repaired, right? This here is going to be an image of what the armor looks like when you dismantle it to then use it for repairs. So keep that in mind. It does say that different fragment types replenish different amounts of durability depending on the item's level. And they give an example. A piece of cloth scrounged from a peasant shirt won't be very effective for repairing an expensive mantle, right? So, okay, it makes sense, right? We moving on. We have hard target. I like this one a lot because as a melee dealer right now, it stinks to have to chase down a archer, especially for the open field. That's a pain in the butt, you know? So this will reduce armor penetration from all attacks against the character, not just ranged damage dealers. Ranged attacks against the character also grant a bonus to dodge chance for a few turns, while simultaneously reducing the attacker's accuracy. And being that this is a passive, you ain't got to do nothing except get shot at, which is great. The effect triggers twice if the enemy managed to land a shot, so that's good. You get an extra chance to dodge the ability. Next passive up is Battle Hardiness. Using stances and maneuvers reduces damage taken until the next turn. Straightforward. Light body armor also grants bonus dodge chance and counter chance for a few turns for each traveled tile. This includes traveled tiles with charges and maneuvers. Okay. Heavy body armor reduces skills energy cost for each turn spent on the same tile. Oh, okay. So for light body armor, to get those bonuses, you basically want to move away or be moving. While heavy armor, you're gonna want to stand in place to get those bonuses. I guess that makes sense. You're heavy armored, you're gonna want to take hits anyway. You're a meat shield regardless. Last up, we have custom adjustments. Each piece of equipped armor grants a special bonus depending on its type. Light armor will grant additional protection to the respected body part. Medium armor will grant bleed resistance to the respected body part, while heavy armor increases the maximum energy and energy restoration. Okay, they're definitely trying to offset some of the negatives of having heavy armor on. Now, this last section here, I'm really excited for. I don't know if they're adding higher end gear or if they're trying to bridge that gap, so there's a little bit of a medium ground. So one thing I figured out when I was playing Janna is it seems like there's not a very good middle game. You do have to go to Bryn and get Bryn to Amity just to unlock some of the better gear out there. And I think I was stuck in somewhere between entry level and mid-tier gear, and there wasn't really a good mix. I don't know. But all in all, we're going to have to see once they release this. A lot of this gear looks amazing. I can't tell. These look like there might be crowns and belts. It's hard to tell which. This might be a crown. This one might be a belt. I am unsure. We have our chest pieces right here. So from the looks of it, we have a mix of some heavy armor, medium armor, and some mage gear. That's pretty dope. We have brand new boots available, gauntlets, and neck pieces. I'm excited to see what all these bonuses are going to be, but until then, we do have to wait until May 16th. I am definitely looking forward to this update. Again, it launches on May 16th. So that's going to be the update in a nutshell. Just to recap, we're going to be getting the brand new Armored Combat ability tree, as well as this brand new equipment. So now that we've covered the update, leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts about the brand new update, what you're excited for. With that out of the way, don't forget, like, comment, subscribe, and we'll catch you guys next time. Bye.